Hi everyone, this is Rion Paper. For this week's video, I figured it would be nice to take you along with me during the week and do sort of a week in my planners / journals. So for today, it is currently Monday morning, Monday the 8th of April, I think. I should have checked that. It is Monday morning and it is time to check in with my planners. That's usually one of the first things I do in the morning. And the first one I'm going to update is my 5-year techo. This is where I do my gratitude journaling. I will probably cut out the actual journaling part because I don't really show what's inside this planner on the channel. I tend to rotate the pens and inks that I write with. Sometimes I'll take a random ink sample or an ink bottle from my collection and write in it with a dip pen. Other times, usually most of the times actually, I rotate whatever I have inked at the moment because that's just quicker and easier. And today I'm going to be writing in this with my Lamy Lux in Ruthenium inked with Diamine Grey. So that's going to be actually the entry for yesterday because I usually do this in the morning and I write about what I'm grateful for the day before that, so yesterday. Okay, that is the first journal updated. That usually, I can actually see this on camera. That took me 4 minutes just to write a very short entry about yesterday. So it's really quick to do that every day. And I bet it will be a lot of fun to look back on next year. I mean, I'm currently in the first year of my 5-year techo, and I've written in it for every day until now. But every new day is a blank page, basically. But next year, I can start reading what I wrote this year. So that will be fun, probably. Then I usually update this one. I just update what my mood was for the day. So I'd say yesterday was about a 4 out of 5. It wasn't like a perfect 5-star day, but it was definitely a good day. It was very sunny. I did not have to wear a coat for the first time this year when I went outside to do groceries, which was lovely. It just really, really felt like spring. Spent some time in the garden doing some, just removing some weeds and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a good day. And this is just a graph where I can see at the end of the month, like how the month progressed. But here I also add a splash of color and a little note for the day. So the color I picked for today is this one, the green one, which means it was sort of a peaceful, relaxed kind of day. No stress, but feeling good. That is sort of the meaning of that color for me. And I've put in a little key in the sidebar because I rotate which colors I use every month. I tend to pick something that sort of fits in the same color family or at least has that same vibe for me. So greens are usually reserved for that first type of mood, if that makes sense. But the color palette varies month by month. And then I just write over it with this Pigma Micron and add a little note about the day. So I just wrote down that we slept in, that it was very nice weather, that I spent some time in the garden, and that I had some time in the evening to play a video game. So that when I look back at this, I sort of know why I was feeling peaceful and relaxed, or why I was feeling maybe anxious or sad or tired, or it just helps me interpret the colors basically. Then I would normally also add if I watched any series, movies, if I read anything, but I didn't actually do that yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. So nothing to add there. And that is this planner already. And then we go to the last planner that I'll be updating, which is my A5 common planner, where I start by updating the trackers in the front. Where's my pencil board? So in terms of sort of focused time that I had yesterday, that was less than trackable. I usually place a dot on the bottom line if it is less than 5 hours. So it's not necessarily 4.5, it's just less than 5. Focused hours for me are work time, but work time where I'm just actually focused on what I'm doing, not constantly interrupted, not multitasking, not scrolling my phone or scrolling my emails, but just actually focused on the work that I'm doing. I'm really trying to build more concentration, build more focus, spend more time in sort of a flow state, if you will. And on the weekends, that's usually just very little. I'm not working on the weekends, but I do also count reading or writing, but usually that's just, I don't do that a lot on the weekends, or at least not enough hours to fit it in this graph. And then the green line is for sleep hours. So yesterday I went to bed at around 11:30 and I woke up at 6:30. So that is 7 hours of sleep. And then for the next page, that is just a couple of sort of yes/no trackers. So did I do exercise yesterday? I sort of did. I didn't go for a run. I also didn't work out, but I did do my groceries. I cycled to the supermarket and back. So that was a bit of exercise, and I spent some time in the garden. So that's also somewhat exercisey. So I think it counts. I did not eat any fruit. I didn't meditate. I didn't journal. Did not play the piano. Did not sing. Did not read. I did do my Duolingo. Did not spend any other time on language learning. But I didn't spend any money, well, except for groceries, but I don't think that counts. And this is a pattern that tends to kind of repeat, that on the weekends, you would say that on the weekends I have the most time to, journal and play the piano and sing. And that is true. It would be the easiest to do it, but it's also the days where I tend to make other plans, for example, do stuff together with my partner, or like this Saturday we visited my parents for my father's birthday. And then on a day as like Saturday, after waking up, we had breakfast, then took the train, spent the whole day at my parents. In the evening, we took the train back. We were home at like 1 a.m. and we went to bed. So I have done some things on the train, but other than that, I didn't really have any time to do stuff. Whereas on the weekdays, I tend to not plan anything in the evenings because at the end of a work day, I'm just usually tired. So I like to just have some time to recharge, do some things for myself. So that's when I actually tend to sit down and play the piano, for example, or read. So that is a bit of a pattern. Doesn't really matter, although I would like to sort of remind myself on weekend days to maybe do some more of these things. And that is how I usually catch up with my planners in the morning. Obviously, it took a bit longer now because I'm also talking to you, to the camera. But usually what I'll do next is I'll go to the weekly page, where that's actually last week. Where I take a look at my weekly to-do list and take a look at what I can do today and what's next. And then I start my day. So that's what I'm going to be doing now, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Hello. It is currently Tuesday just after lunch. I think it's like 1 p.m. or something. So I'm just having a nice cup of coffee to counter that after lunch energy dip. And I figured that would be a good time to catch up with my planner. Just this one today, because my other planners are more like for the morning and the evening. And this is the only one that I really am looking at throughout the day. My trackers are already filled in. So the only thing that I really need to do right now is just take a look at the sort of weekly overview, the weekly dashboard. That's kind of what it's becoming, and see if I can check anything off, or if there's anything else that I need to remind myself to do this afternoon. Sort of a halfway checkpoint kind of situation. So let's see. For today, I noted that I have to get an old colleague of mine a present. She will be retiring soon, so she's gonna have a little farewell party. So I need to get her a present, and that I still need to do. I might actually do that first, like after this little filming session. I did meditate, so we can cross that off. The other things that I do on a more or less daily basis, I still need to do. Most of them will get done probably. This one is exercise, except it's in Dutch, but this exercise. But we'll be going for a run this afternoon, if the weather permits it, but I think it'll be fine. We're slowly building our kilometers, so we're up to around 7 now, like without walking, without stopping in between. So I'm kind of excited about that. We used to run a lot, actually, my partner and I, even back when we were in university, and we already lived very, very close together. And we did lots of runs back then. And then as we both started working, that sort of slowly died out. So it feels good to pick that up back up again. I am currently doing a little filming session for Real on Paper, so you can check that off. I have prepped another video that I'll be filming later today. most of the household chores that I've written down for this week will be done tomorrow. I tend to do a lot of those things on Wednesday morning. I don't know why. That it's sort of something that just kind of grew over time, and that in my head it's sort of Wednesday morning is when I like clean the cat litter boxes and like do laundry and all that kind of stuff. I did some Japanese yesterday, which I'm really glad that I finally just jumped back in, and because of that, it's now so much easier to do that again today. So I'm hoping to do that later tonight. And the rest of these things, most of these things will be done somewhere in the weekend, so that's not to worry for today. I don't have that much time today, so the couple of things that I know that I have to do will probably get done in between some other things. So that is just a little planner catch-up. I did do a bit of journaling yesterday, and I picked out some stickers to just stick onto the page. So I'll be doing that as well. Nothing too spectacular for this page. There we go. Now I can just fill the rest of the page with some more writing, and it'll look fine. It doesn't look particularly cute, but not every spread has to be a winner. I do like to just put something down, especially since I'm just working through some of my stickers that I've had for absolutely ages. So it's good to just use them at some point. Yeah, that was it. Very short for today, I think. Well, apparently I've still been filming for 5 minutes. Maybe I should just cut some parts out. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll check back in with you tomorrow. Bye. Hi everyone. It is currently around 11 p.m. on Wednesday. I don't always catch up with my planners in the evening, but I try to do that. And right now I feel like just doing a little bit of journaling before I get ready for bed. I don't always journal. I don't journal every day. I'm really trying to get in a habit of doing so. But I can't really seem to find, a time of, like a time during the day that really sort of consistently works. Sometimes I feel like journaling first thing in the morning. Sometimes it's like the last thing I do before I go to bed. And sometimes it's somewhere in between. Journaling for me is very much just a way to untangle my thoughts. When there's just too much noise going on inside of your brain, and you're trying to make sense of it. That is for me the most important function of journaling. But sometimes it's also just really nice to write. It can be a really meditative thing, just hearing the sound of the nib on paper, really trying to make the letters look pretty, just being aware of your handwriting, even though my handwriting isn't really pretty at all. But sometimes it's nice to do things a little more slowly, I suppose. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do now. There's nothing like in particular that is, I don't know, troubling me or preventing me from going to sleep that I just need to write down. I just feel like having a cup of tea and just writing for a bit. So enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hi everyone, it is currently Thursday afternoon. It's 5:30 p.m. I think. Why do I never check that before I say what time it is? Anyways, this is usually a sort of end of the work day kind of checkpoint for me, where I take a look at my planner, see like what things did I manage to get done, and what will I have to finish before, giving myself some time off, and what will maybe have to be moved to tomorrow's to-do list, or is maybe something that was just not realistic to get done today. So I like to check in with that because else either I start doing something fun, like, watching a TV show or playing a video game, and the entire evening I have this feeling like there were things that I still needed to do, but I didn't really decide what to do with those things. Or I'll just, keep working until everything is done. But then I don't really give myself any time to recharge and rest, which is also important. So let's see. I did do most of the things from my morning routine. Well, actually, I did everything. I also managed to sneak in a little walk, so that's nice. Let's see. I do still want to play the piano tonight. I should probably have some time for that. It usually doesn't take that long. And then let's see. I also had some time to work on another Ruin Paper video. So I wrote a voiceover for that and recorded it. And I'm currently in the middle of editing the video. I will probably finish that tonight, as well as making the thumbnail and scheduling the video. I didn't really have any time to do household chores. Well, that's not entirely true. I did sort out a box of cats stuff, that like random cat stuff that we had in a box, and that was just, it's the little things that drive me crazy. So like I threw some things out, put some things like away neatly and decluttered, and now it's good. Let's see, I really want to do some Japanese tonight. I did that yesterday and really enjoyed it. Like I can actually check this off because I did that yesterday, but forgot to update it. And another thing that I want to do tonight is read a bit and, write things down in my commonplace notebook. And I have to water the plants. So that is not too much. I hope that will also leave me with some time to play a video game. So that should be a pretty chill, not too stressful evening. So now it is time to finish editing the video and then make some dinner. And I'll see you tomorrow. Hi everyone, good morning. It is currently Friday morning, and it's time to update my planners again. I'm gonna do basically the same, I think, as I did on Monday, mostly because I really want to release the video later today, so I can't really do a evening journaling session and then release it before that. I'm not a time traveler, unfortunately, or maybe that's for the better. Anyway, how did it get tangential so fast? I have just updated my 5-year journal, and I'm now just going to update some trackers in here. I only got 5.5 hours of sleep today. That was really bad. Not that I didn't sleep well, we just went to bed way too late and then had to wake up quite early. So yeah, that sometimes happens. Sometimes you lose track of the time. I did get quite a lot of focus time in yesterday. My focus time this week has been really good. I wonder why. Like, what makes such a big difference? Like this. And then let's just see. Like, even my tracker for this week, my sort of yes, no tracker, did I do this, did I not do this, looks so much more full this week as compared to last week. And I don't know why that is. Let's see. Did not spend any money yesterday. Did unfortunately not spend any more time learning Japanese, studying Japanese. I will definitely do that tonight, and I'm really looking forward to it. But yesterday I was just a little too tired for that. Didn't read, I think. No. Did play the piano. Didn't journal. Did meditate. Ate an apple. And went for a walk and did a little workout. So I think that counts as exercise. Then I'm just gonna color in these boxes. I'll plan on actually doing a color a month. So I have this sort of olivey green for April, and I will probably use this yellow for May, and then maybe something coral or blue for June. Right, let's just put this paper in between to prevent smudging. Don't really need to update anything here, I don't think. No. And then for just the weekly page, I do have some stuff to update. So I did edit the green ink video yesterday evening. I finished editing it. I still have to make the thumbnail and schedule the video in like the YouTube studio thing, which doesn't take too long. Usually I'll just have to make like the timestamps and tags and things like that. Also, I did what are the plans? So that's good. It will live another week. So let's just look forward at like this one thing that I put down for Saturday, tomorrow, and I put like garden stuff in here because it looks like, and like I should probably knock on wood. I don't know. Is this even wood? It's sort of coated, but there's wood in there somewhere. But the thing is, like, we really want to make progress. My partner and I, we really want to make progress on our garden. There's still so much stuff that we have to do, that we want to change and things like that. However, whenever the weather is like good and it's like not pouring down, we have something planned. Like we have to visit family or friends or anything. And then whenever we have a weekend day completely off, like we have blocked it, like for garden stuff, like no other plans, then the weather is just utterly terrible. And we can't really do anything because like you can't really make a terrace in the pouring rain because it just, like the sand needs to be, like it shouldn't be like desert dry, but it shouldn't be mud either. It should still be sand. But it looks like tomorrow the weather will be fantastic and we have no other plans. So I'm really, really hoping that tomorrow we will get to work on the garden and we can make some actual progress. We also have this constant battle against slugs. We have a lot of newly planted plants that are still like very small and fragile. And the slugs are, I don't know, seeing that as some kind of novel salad bar. And every evening I have to go out and like collect all the slugs and put them elsewhere. But that's not really a fun thing to do. But everything we've done so far doesn't really seem to work. I've one more trick up my sleeve because I read yesterday that you can make garlic water, like just put some garlic in water and spray that around the plants because apparently the slugs don't like that. They're supposed not to like that. But then again, they also said that about coffee and like the coffee residue that we get from our coffee machine. We've sprinkled that around the plants. Slugs absolutely do not seem to care at all. So that didn't really work. That was like the millionth tangent of the morning. So sorry for that. Anyway, I think this is probably going to be the end of the video. I feel like I haven't really done anything interesting this week. Like neither in real life nor in the video. But I don't know. I let me know if this was just really, really boring to watch or if you actually enjoyed this kind of format, because I might do this every once in a while, but I'm also kind of figuring out how to, I don't know, how to make an interesting video when life doesn't seem all that interesting. I mean, it's interesting enough to me. I'm not complaining, but like I often wonder why would anyone care, you know? So yeah, please do let me know. And also just be honest, if this is not a type of video that you enjoy watching, also let me know. I'm also just now realizing that I never filled in this tracker for yesterday. And look, this week has been absolutely great in terms of my mood. Like every day for like 4 days in a row now, I've marked as being like excited, energized, like sort of very productive, high energy, which usually indicates that a sort of crash is close, is imminent. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Or as my sisters sometimes say, we'll burn that bridge when we get there, which seems very counterproductive. But, you know, it does sound fun. Anyway, I'm just going to write something down here because I can absolutely not talk and write at the same time. And then we will catch up in another video. For now, I hope you have a great weekend or day or whatever you'll have, a good sleep, depending on whenever you watch this. and take care of yourself. Bye.